sapling, Bobby, that we can?
Something about this big around.
Okay. Let's just look around a little bit and get
this. I don't want to cut. This is ironwood. I don't want to cut
let's
it.
Get the. Let's just what you don't ever want to cut the first piece.
No.
Honey Locust, known well by bowyers. People throughout the world know about honey locust. Honey locust is one of the premier woods for bow making. Black locust being a cousin to it. It also is a high premium, considered a premium quality wood for making a bow. But we're here today to harvest some honey locusts, and down here in my river swamp where I live. You can stand over there and see all the cypress tree knots and roots. We're harvesting these today to get Bobby Plude. He's going to make a fishing spear out of this, or like a frog spear. So I wanted to. Where'd it go?
I got it. Boy, you can make a good gouge.
Yeah, that stuff's double bad.
I flew from a quick door. We're going to show you how to put together a fish spear. That's one of the. What we're going to use is we're going to use a sapling. You can use one smaller than this, but no, really, this is about the biggest you want to go with it. And we're actually going to use some thorns. So, first thing you want to do is you want to figure out how long you want it. I like to go about this long, and then bring it down about an inch and take the bark off. The reason why you want to take the bark off is because if you plan on having this spear around for a while, what will happen is the bark will actually loosen up on the wood, and then the knot that I'm about to make will slip. So you want to get the bark off if you can. I mean, a lot of people like prettying things up, so they'll take the bark off the whole thing. I don't really like taking the bark off the whole thing because when you're in the water, yep, when you're in the water, the bark will actually help you to hold onto the spear. Okay? I'm going to make this kind of big for the camera. Okay, now that I got the bark off, you can see there's a little knot there where a branch was growing out. So what you want to do, and there's a knot there, so what you want to do is go in between them and start the split.
Don't you want to tie it before you cut
what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start the split to make sure it's on either side, because if it starts to peel right off the side, then what I want to do is get another stick.
Cut it.
Or cut it back. So instead of going through all that first, I do this just to find out what the grain of the wood is going to do. Try to get it centered if you can. And that looks like it's splitting real well. So right now I'm going to stop. And I'm going to tie my knot. So I'm going to say, I mean, that should be close enough. Right about there. So then what I'm going to do is start at the bottom and wrap up. And what you do is you have to overlap that first one so that it doesn't slip on you and loosen up. So you overlap the first one down here. If you can see that, I'm overlapping the first one. If you don't do that, it will loosen up on you. Now you don't want this tight. You don't want it really loose either, and I'll show you why. What we did was we finished this. We finished the wrap. Remember there was a loop there. We passed this line through the loop. Pulled down on the part, the other tag end that was hanging down. We pulled it down so that the knot's halfway. I hit it a few times just to flatten it out so it's not sticking up and in the way. I burnt this one and I burnt this one. I'll show you a close-up of that. Okay, it ain't going anywhere. It's there to stay. If I actually put this over the top of the bark would actually dry out and then this would end up slipping. That's why we took the bark off that area. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to finish splitting this. So my knife is a little bit different than other people's. I designed this. Blind Horse Knives made it for me just for field craft and stuff like I'm doing now. So I have an angle. Now what you want to do is you want to watch this. That way if you have to turn the knife either way to follow it, now if you try to twist it, now you can see that split will not go any further because of this. So now I'm going to take the knife out, and you can see it's already wanting to stay open. Okay, I've already made a small wedge. I might have to make a bigger one, I'm not sure yet.
Show them all of it.
Right now I've got these, I'm actually using this piece of wood to hold these open. We used a hand drill and drilled these out. We used a little bit of pine pitch to kind of hold these in. The whole thing is going to dry. These are locust thorn right here that we actually put in there. We actually went out and harvested everything that you're seeing here except for the cordage. What we do on the streams where I live up north is we tie a piece of 550 cord to our shoes or our big toe. We push our toe into the mud, and you want the 550 cord to be frayed like this. You can even fray it more. And then what you do is you wiggle it. You wiggle your toe. The fish will come over, and you want when the fish comes in, you actually want to grab the fish like that. You push it down on him. If you hold the spear up in the air, you're going to get the refraction from the water, and you'll miss him.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to get the spear right in the water so the fish and the spear look the same. So that when you force it down on him, you push it down onto the ground, you reach down and then you pick it up. What Madison did was he actually added a rubber tubing onto this so that you could actually get in the water and use it as a spear like that. And I mean, let me tell you, that is something else right there. You are really going to jam that through the water and get the fish.
Well, you know, it's just it's my version of, you know, what I call punch pole. I've been using punch pole all my life and build my own spears, so I spear fish all the time. But I just use this same tubing that I use for my slingshots on this one, and just choke up on it like that. See how quick that is? And that's not even choked up. See that? I don't know if the camera can see that or not, but see that?
Wow.
That's quicker than a trapdoor, buddy. It is a trapdoor. And you can see that those points on there, thorns. Really feed yourself with something like this right here on this river, no problem. Anyway, I'm Madison Parker, Quick to Endure. I hope you enjoy this intro into making a spear for, it could be frogs, fish, snakes, anything that's in the river swamp. This is about perfect for. You know, so anyway, hope you enjoyed. We are Quick to Endure, Madison Parker, Bobby Plude. Remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared.